All right. So March was drawn into Amphorius for some unknown reason, but she also transformed into Evernight? What's the relationship between the two of them?
Well, according to what Evernight herself said, Evernight symbolizes March 7th's forgotten past, and she's existed up to this point in order to protect March 7th's future. We learned from the 3.4 storyline that March 7th, who appeared to be encased in ice on the Express, actually entered Amphorius before we did. Evernight only shows up when March 7th's life is in grave danger, which means March 7th must have encountered serious trouble during her time adventuring alone.
Grave danger. That's...
She symbolizes the forgotten past. That means Evernight's formidable powers could also originate from March's unknown past.
Don Hung and the Trailblazer aren't the only ones on the Express hiding mysterious powers. Of course, March 7th has always been the most precious thing to Evernight, and the one she'll give everything to protect. So even though her intentions are good, Evernight is willing to do whatever it takes to protect March 7th and make March's wishes come true, regardless of the collateral damage. You've got to be careful around her.
Actually, there was something in version 3.5 that I've been thinking about this whole time. Those memo keepers from the Garden of Recollection who tried to trick the Trailblazer seemed very afraid of Evernight. The memo keepers left as quickly as possible when she appeared. Is there some connection between Evernight and the Remembrance?
No, we can't reveal any specifics right now. But the Remembrance is not a unified faction. Different sects and memo keepers all have their own agendas. Evernight is very aware of the plot that the Garden of Recollection is currently scheming, and she hasn't held back in dealing with these memo keepers to clear the way for the Trailblaze. Naturally, she became someone they wish to avoid. All right, I'll leave it to everyone to find out more of Evernight's story in the game. Next, let's see what Evernight does in combat. Evernight's forte is working in sync with memo sprites. Her memo sprite is called Evie, and it shows up as a little jellyfish next to her when she enters battle. Evernight can increase the crit damage of all memo sprites on the team. The more Remembrance characters on the team, the bigger the increase.
Fascinating.
When she summons the jellyfish during combat, Evernight gains Memoria. Accumulating Memoria will gradually increase the damage dealt by the jellyfish. After reaching a certain number of Memoria stacks, the jellyfish will immediately take action and deal damage to all enemies.
Her combat style is completely different from March's previous styles. It's much more intimidating.
It seems that if you want Evernight to perform better in battle, you need to accumulate a lot of Memoria and trigger the jellyfish to self-destruct as much as possible to deal more damage.
Exactly! When Evernight or the jellyfish's HP drops, Evernight will gain a certain amount of Memoria, and both herself and the jellyfish will gain buffs. Here comes the key point. When she uses her ultimate, Evernight deals damage to all enemies, and she and the jellyfish will enter a special enhanced state called Darkest Riddle. In that special enhanced state, the damage dealt by Evernight and the jellyfish is increased. After Evernight uses her enhanced skill, she'll also gain extra Memoria.
Even the jellyfish changed to a red and black color. Evernight in this state seems much more dangerous.
Why is Evernight always holding an umbrella?
This umbrella is her little assistant. When she's facing enemies, it becomes her weapon, dragging the enemies into the Evernight. After using her technique, at the start of the next battle, Evernight increases all ally memo sprites' crit damage and gains some points of Memoria.